Sniper above Austin. On the night of July 31st, 1966, a 25-year-old University of Texas student named Charles Whitman sat down and began writing. He described violent impulses he could not explain. He wrote that he intended to kill his wife and his mother. Then he did both. By 3 in the morning on August 1st, both women were dead in their homes. Whitman drove back, packed a Marine-issue footlocker with rifles, handguns, a shotgun, and 700 rounds of ammunition, and added food and supplies as if preparing for a siege. He arrived on campus at approximately 11:30 that morning, dressed in coveralls, wheeling the footlocker on a dolly. He told the security guard he was there to deliver equipment. He rode the elevator to the top floor, climbed the remaining stairs, and emerged into the reception area of the observation deck. He immediately bludgeoned the receptionist with the stock of his shotgun. He shot and killed 2 people climbing the stairs behind him. He barricaded the door. Then he stepped out onto the deck, 230 feet above the ground, and spread his weapons along the rail. At approximately 11:48 in the morning, he fired his first shot. He had a clear line of sight across an area the size of 5 city blocks. People walking across campus had nowhere to hide. Within the first 15 to 20 minutes, most of the casualties were already down. He continued firing for 96 minutes. Roughly 130 law enforcement officers converged on the scene, along with armed civilians who came on their own. The return fire forced Whitman behind the walls, limiting his range. Austin police officers Ramiro Martinez and Houston McCoy reached the observation deck and cornered him. Both men fired. Whitman was killed on the deck. 14 people died on campus that day. 1 more victim died a week later. A man shot at age 23 died from his injuries 35 years later, and his death was officially ruled a homicide. Including his wife and mother, Whitman killed 17 people in total. An autopsy revealed a small brain tumor. A commission of experts examined all available evidence. They could not determine that it caused the attack. Primary School, Scotland. On the morning of March 13th, 1996, a class of 29 5- and 6-year-olds gathered in the gymnasium of Dunblane Primary School in Scotland for their physical education lesson. Their teacher, Gwen Mayer, 45 years old, had taken them in at the start of the school day. It was an ordinary Tuesday morning. At approximately 9:30, a 43-year-old man named Thomas Hamilton parked his van outside and walked to a nearby telephone pole. He used a pair of pliers to cut the cables. He then crossed the car park carrying 4 legally owned handguns and 743 rounds of ammunition. He entered the school through a side door near the gymnasium. He walked past the dining room. He pushed through the gymnasium doors. Hamilton fired without hesitation. The Cullen inquiry, the official government investigation, found that he fired indiscriminately and in rapid succession. He first struck 3 adults, including Gwen Mayer, who died protecting her students. He walked in a semicircle, firing at close range. He continued until he had discharged his weapons 105 times across the gymnasium. 2 teachers, Eileen Harold and Mary Blake, shielded children in a cupboard while wounded themselves. When adults and an older student looked into the gym to investigate the noise, Hamilton fired toward them. He then left the gymnasium and fired into a corridor and a mobile classroom. He returned to the gymnasium. He shot himself in the head. The attack lasted approximately 3 to 4 minutes. 16 children, all age 5 or 6, were dead. Teacher